All right, shalom everyone. Peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope you can hear me. Today we will have a little bit fun with the Abdul, trying to defend other Abdul and to try to defend his prophet. All right. One of the funny things about Muslims, they always try to present themselves that they are victims. And I will show you an example. So this guy is saying, smile to Jannah. Brother, you smile in Jannah you will be effing, even boys. Mohammed Hijab controversy with GB News. What happened, smile to Jannah? And by the way, I invite you, if you're there, if you're a man, to come and debate me. But we know you are just immature like Aisha. Go.
Dangerous lies since its inception. One such filthy way they did it was taking a clip of Mohammed Hijab and then claiming that the Quran allowed with 5-year-olds. Hijab took them to court
in front of everybody, and I challenge your son of Muta Hijab to take me to court. You see, we should contact the TV station so we can arm them with knowledge. Just wait, your sons of Muta. I challenge you to show me where in the Quran it says you cannot if 5 years old. I have a challenge to all the Muslims. Did you hear what this coward he said? Listen carefully. Let me play it again.
Hijab took them to court and forced them to retract. They retracted on their website.
You are making things up, you son of Muta. How it take them to court and made them to retract? Retract what? And let me I'm going to correct them actually, and I'm going to show them that they are right. Listen carefully.
They retracted on their Twitter and they had to apologize at the end of their show.
We apologize from nobody and we shit on your prophet. Take it or leave it. And now I'm asking you in front of everybody, where in the Quran it says you cannot have sex with 1-day-old girl? Not 5 years. They say 5 years? You liar, you said we know what is in the Quran. Do you know?
In accordance with our editorial charter, we would like to take this opportunity to correct the record.
Now let's break down the lie and the nature of the exposure. So here's
Take me to court, son of Muta. I challenge you.
The post on their Twitter page. On Patrick Christie's Tonight, on 8th of April 2024, we broadcast a video which appeared to suggest that Mr. Mohammed Hijab, look at the risk.
Abdul, they call any criminal Mr. Don't you know? Like as an example, in the humility case, which is Mohammed Hijab called by the judge as a liar, in the paper it says Mr. Mohammed Hijab. Yet the judge, he called him liar more than 20 times. Don't you know that even rapists in the court, they call them Mr.? This is a professional language. By the way, you are a Mr. too, but you are a Mr. Bean.
Respect being given now. It's
no respect. This is a professional language, you donkey. If you go check when they report even about a rapist, they say Mr. etc. was arrested. You idiot. You think people fear you, don't you? Mr. Piece of shit.
Mr. After he took you to court, yeah? An Islamic scholar, yes.
Yes, you know, they are ignorant. They think somebody graduate from Azhar University is Islamic scholar. What the degree have to do with being a scholar? Based on what you stupid Muslims claim, that Mimi Hijab is a scholar, that means the hundreds of thousands of students who graduated in the last 10 years from the Azhar University are scholars. Look like, you know, the ground is popping up scholars in Egypt. By the way, based on what you are saying, that somebody graduated and have a degree in Islam is a scholar, that including the ketchup boy, Uthman ibn Farouk, who do not even know how to read his Quran. Go, tell us more.
Indeed, he is, because he's graduated from Azhar in Egypt.
See, he is a graduated from Azhar. That make him a scholar. That is new to me. If somebody graduated from university, he is a scholar. Well, that means I'm a scholar too. I graduated from Islamic University. I am al-Bukhari. Al-Bukhari never graduated from Islamic University. Which one? He's a scholar. Yeah, he's a scholar and taking women to the hotel. Sue me, take me to the court. Look what I'm saying. We have the videos, we have the audio, we have the proof, we have the you're a scholar manipulating Muslim girls to F them. You're a scholar, he's a scholar in Photoshop for WhatsApp. You're a scholar, he lied to Muslims to collect their money. You're a scholar, he was called liar in the court in England. And he is paying now almost $1 million for his lies. So now what is the lies about?
Egypt believed the Quran justified sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds.
Look how they lie.
Look at the disgusting lie.
This is disgusting lie. I challenge you, your son of Muta, to prove that this is a lie. In fact, the clip you are talking about is not cut off, because simply you can play the whole video and your potato so-called scholar says in the Quran, nowhere it says what the age. Shall we play it together? Watch.
If you look just at the Quran, you will get the indication that you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old.
Did you hear that? You just said in the Quran doesn't say that. So how Mohammed Hijab he got the indication? If there's no indication, you coward. You just say, look how disgusting. So then what Mohammed Hijab he say? Oh, we have to go and check what the Prophet did. But the Prophet never said, so-called the Prophet Muhammad pervert, he never said what age. In fact, the Quran confirmed that you can have sex with no limit with whoever a child is. So you said we know what the Quran is saying, and look how disgusting. And you said they are the one who claimed that it's 5 years old, and look how disgusting they are, because the Quran did not say that. We know what the Quran is saying. So how Mohammed Hijab he come to such indication? Did you hear him?
That you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. The reason why it's haram to have sex on, you will get at the Quran. If you look just at the Quran, you will get the indication that you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. The reason why it's haram to have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old is not found in the Quran at all. If you just read the Quran, it is halal, it would be halal to have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. Chapter 65, verse 4. Allah.
Thank you. Hey, see, he's a scholar. He remember a verse in the Quran. It says it clearly, speaking about divorcing children. And you coward son of Muta, you say to me, nowhere in the Quran have such a thing. So are you saying that Mimi Hijab, when he said the indication of the Quran, will make you believe so?
Intercourse with 5-year-olds. Look at the disgusting lie. As Muslims, we read the Quran regularly. If intercourse with 5-year-olds was something that was permitted, you'd see Muslims doing that flipping.
Exactly. You will see Muslims doing that. And you did. Because Aisha, when she said she was 6 years old, 6 years old in the calendar of us is 5 years old. You use you use the moon calendar. We don't use the moon calendar. And your calendar is shorter than ours. So when Aisha, she say, and doesn't make a difference if it's 5 or 6, you stupid donkey. Like supposedly now 5, it's Mohammed Hijab who said 5, not us. Aisha, she said, take me to court, Abdul. The Prophet, he married me at the age of 6 and he effed me at the age of 9. Does it say that? Now at the age of 9, and this is authentic, as you see, this is Al-Bukhari, this is Sahih Muslim, etc. All right? Now, how Aisha, she was ready to be effed by Muhammad? Read with me. And this is what Mimi Hijab was explaining. And we will play the video. You F a girl, it doesn't matter what her age is. You F her when you think physically she can take it. And I will prove, not only from your Mimi Hijab. I mean, who is Mimi Hijab? He's just a boy. He got famous because of David Wood. Otherwise, just a kid. Idiot. This is the one, the Shia, they call her a whore. Because there's a hadith, she says, we decorate girls so we can hunt men of Quraysh. And this is a Islamic Sunni hadith. So according to your prophet wife, so-called wife, Aisha, she was so little and so small physically. And her mother, she was forcing her to eat certain kind of food for the purpose of what? To be effed by Muhammad. Read carefully. It was narrated that Aisha said, my mother was trying to fatten me. Trying to what? Fatten me. But the purpose of what? What is the project we are working in? Fatten Aisha, adding some pounds. Adding some pound to her vagina, to her butt. When she wanted to send me to the messenger, so what is the purpose of fatten me? To be effed. And this is telling you that they want to send her to Muhammad. But she is not. She cannot take it. He will kill her if he sleep with her. So what is the solution? Her mother, and what was the age at that time? She is not 6 years old yet. She's not 10 years old, sorry. She's not 9 years old yet. She got married at the age of 6. How in the world you marry 6 years old girl? And then we will go to your lie about Rebecca so we can laugh at you. So my mother was trying to fatten me up when she wanted to send me to the Messenger of Allah when she got married. And which means they try to fatten her since the second they get married. Right away. But nothing worked until I ate a cucumber with wheat, and then I grow plump like the best of the plump. And now we will understand what Mohammed Hijab was saying. Read carefully. So listen carefully.
Sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. Chapter 65, verse 4. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us who you can divorce and who you cannot divorce. And then he says, وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنَ. وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنَ. And the ones who had never been pubescent before.
Never.
And by the way, this is very important, yeah? I want all Muslims to be aware of this. The reason why we don't have sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds or whatever is not because of puberty.
Not.
Wait a minute, what did you say? It's not because of puberty, because that verse in the Quran actually says lam yahid. They never had puberty before. You can't go around that. The Quran doesn't say anywhere in the Quran that the woman has to be pubescent. I dare you to find one verse in the Quran where it says you're not allowed to marry someone based on harm, or you're not allowed to have sexual intercourse based on harm, or you're not allowed to marry someone based on puberty. Get me one verse in the Quran which says the woman has to be pubescent. You know, in the Quran it says.
And by the way, do you know why the conversation is going in this direction? They are Muslim debating Muslims. If they are in front of a Christian, they will deny what they are saying. This is a debate between Muslims. So the laundry, the dirty laundry of Muhammad exposed. If they are speaking to Christians, they will say no. So what Mimi Hijab he said, nowhere in the Quran it says based on harm. In fact, I want to ask Mimi Hijab where it says in the hadith based on harm. In the hadith of Muhammad. You cannot find it. If you say to me, scholars say, will that mean you Muslims are not following Islam because the Quran never says so? If Allah never says so, that means Allah don't care for so. The Muslims, the filthy Quran, the yellow page of Muhammad, says that the kuffar is the one who follow their scholars instead of Allah and the Messiah. In fact, Mimi Hijab, when I spoke to him, the coward, he hung up on me. He asked me to read this verse, and he played my voice. I said, you stupid, you just played my voice, reading it. It says those who took their monks and their rabbis as God instead of Allah and the Messiah, which means Allah and the Messiah are gods. But those who take their monks, which mean their scholars, their rabbis, their scholars, who they obey them and they follow them, they are kuffar. And those who follow their scholars, they are trying to mute the light of Allah. So look at the hypocrisy of the garbage of Muhammad. If the Christian, they follow their scholars, they are guilty and they are bad and they will go to hell. But who the Muslim they follow? Who you follow? If we ask you right now, when Mimi Hijab he said, we don't do it because that will cause harm, you follow who? Who is the one said that to you? Muhammad never. In fact, let me show you what Muhammad said. Here actually we see this hadith here about Fatima. Umar, he wanted to F Fatima when she was a very little young girl. It was narrated from Abdullah ibn blah 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 that the father, his father said, Abu Bakr and Umar, may Allah please be pleased with them, proposed marriage to Fatima. Okay, Abu Bakr and Umar, both they want to F her. But the Messenger of Allah, he said she is so young. And here you notice Muhammad is being hypocrite. In fact, the hadith says, I can show you that the hadith, that they told Umar, you know what? He is saying that to you because he don't want you to F her. And then right away he gave her to Ali. And not only that, Muhammad, he told Umar, you know what, I'm going to send you Fatima, check her out. See if she is fit to F her. Okay. Because Umar accused him, you are not giving it to me because you don't want to give it to me. You know?